What's up, guys? Welcome to Jaden's New Life. I'm Jaden and I'm an addict. So this channel is about talking about my experiences with addiction and recovery. And if you're interested in the content I share, subscribe to the link below and hit that bell notification and you'll be notified every time I bring a video out. Today's topic, I really want to talk about something that I'm actually not really so proud about in my recovery. And, I think I just need to be open and honest about it because others might be going through the same thing. So one of the things that sort of scared me when I came into recovery was people talking about loneliness. And after my separation from my ex-wife, who I was with for 18 years, this sort of played a big part in the back of my mind about getting a new relationship, and it was really for the wrong reasons. But yeah, this loneliness, I did start to build relationships in the rooms with friendships with these people, which was great, but there was this thing lacking inside of me, and that was, it was actually related back to me not giving out the love that I could have, and the commitment to a relationship in the past, especially with my ex-wife. And I found myself substituting the drugs for women, and not really in a sleazy way like you're thinking right now, but I was looking for companionship outside of myself to try and fill that void of loneliness. And I started to talk to numerous amounts of women online, and to be honest, a lot of it was just to stop myself from feeling lonely. And I will admit that I was using these people without actually directly knowing that at the time, but even the messaging back and forth, and at night time and stuff before I went to bed and all the rest of that sort of thing, it was to fill that void inside of me. And I know I had all this new life and this new love to give, and I was really desperate to find a relationship. And I love to talk about my story of recovery. I was always honest and open with these women I talked about, because that actually made me feel good to talk about that. And if these people weren't interested, then that was so be it. But yeah, I really found that I was substituting my drugs for attention in the wrong ways. And I'm really, really grateful that after a while I came to notice this. And the funny thing is, I was also doing this because my ex-wife had got into a relationship with somebody else, and I really just wanted to be happy, and she was, but I felt like I deserved the same, and I do deserve the same. But I was going about it the wrong way, and so I once I became aware of this, I sort of stopped doing it. And realistically, as soon as I stopped doing that, I actually met the love of my life, and that was because I didn't actually go out and physically chase it, and it came to me. And actually my story of meeting the love of my life is a pretty amazing one. Like, it was meant to be. We both lived in different cities and came together at this event, and with mutual friends, but we didn't even know each other. And all of a sudden we just hit it off, and from there, a few months down the track, I ended up living in the same town as her, because my children were living in that same town. And things just went from there. And now 3 years later, I'm just so very grateful for the relationship I've got. But without me coming to realise what I was actually doing with respects to messaging all these women and trying to fill that void, without me actually coming aware of that, I would never have found the love of my life. I would never have I would have continued down that path and not realised that I was actually using these people, which is really bad. So I just wanted to be open and honest about that, and other people might go through that same thing, because when you've had a life from drugs and alcohol, and then all of a sudden that goes away. Most people try and substitute it for something else. Well, I shouldn't really talk about most other people, especially myself. Even if I look back, every time I tried to stop drinking, my drug intake would rise. Every time I stopped the drugs, the drink intake would rise. Every time I tried to stop smoking, I'd smoke more cannabis. It was just like, just a pattern throughout my life. I always substituted one thing for another, and I was pretty blind to see that I was doing exactly the same thing, and using women as my drug. So, I just thought I'd share that with you guys today. So, I said on this channel that I'm going to talk about my experiences and also how I deal with life today. But so if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel down below and hit that bell notification, and you'll be notified when one of my new videos comes out. And I'd love to have your support on here. And also, if you find my videos interesting and you feel like you want to share them, go ahead and do that. And if anyone ever wants to reach out to me on a personal note, I'm always here and willing to talk to anyone about anything. And my recovery is the most open, and I hide nothing from no one. So, and that's due to actually loving and being so proud of the man that I am today. So I'll leave that here for today. So I'll see you on the next video. See ya.